So good afternoon and welcome to Purdue Extension, Northeast Indiana Extension educators who are working in the area of health and human sciences. We are in the middle of our series, which are meetups talking about different areas that we do focus on. Today we're going to be talking about stress and finances. I'm Cindy Barnett, Purdue Extension in Whitley County.
Good afternoon. I'm Brittany Shorey, and I am the Health and Human Sciences educator in LaGrange County. And thank you, Cindy, for giving us a nice intro on exactly what we've been doing the past few weeks. And we are going to be talking about stress and finances today. Stress and finances are very much correlated. Unexpected income changes are among the most stressful events a person can experience. The American Psychological Association's latest Stress in America survey found that 72% of Americans reported feeling stressed about money at least sometime in the prior month. APA also suggests that money is the top cause of stress in the United States. Unemployment, a disaster, divorce, or the death of someone you love can be personally devastating and can trigger the same reactions. Personal crisis and stress. In a personal crisis, you might feel tense and angry. You might have mood swings and find yourself lashing out at others. Feelings of frustration can lead to family arguments, or you might feel depressed and discouraged. These feelings may be normal and common. Everyone experiences different stressors at different points in their life. Other family members usually share some or all of your emotions, either directly or indirectly. While sharing your feelings of loss and despair, they might also have to deal with your depression, frustration, and anger. Allow yourself and other family members to express feelings, and don't talk about snapping out of it. This denies the seriousness of someone's feelings. Like I stated before, everyone has different stressors at different points in their life. A personal crisis may force you to do rapid changes in your life. It can disrupt your habits and normal routines and give you too much or not enough free time. Maintain your daily routines as much as you possibly can. This might be easier said than done. Try to fill your time in satisfying and rewarding ways, though. Unemployment may mean you can spend more time with your children, especially with the certain crisis that we're facing right now. You might be able to spend more time with your spouse or other family members too. Work on household projects that you haven't had time to do. Read about a topic you've wanted to learn more about. Every member of the family feels stressed during tough times, especially with COVID and the pandemic that we're facing right now. Support and communicate each other. Some roles and responsibilities may need to be changed until the crisis is over. Be flexible and willing to try new things. Studies show that families who meet challenges head-on are most likely to be successfully in coping with crises. Change can be difficult, but all family members need to pull together during a crisis. Steps to take to control emotional stress. We all have emotional stress and it can't be hidden, but we can control it. In order to better cope with stress, keep your bodies healthy. Eat balanced meals, get enough sleep, and exercise regularly. Again, this may be easier said than done. One approach to coping with stress overload is to take a break from the stressful situation. It might not go away, but you can take a little bit of a break. A few activities you can engage in to control your stress include taking a walk outdoors, watching a movie, spending time on yourself. There really is something about self-care that does good for our brains. Try taking a long bubble bath, listening to music, working in your yard or garden, which I have found can be stressful and also relaxing. Research shows that being outside does decrease levels of stress and anxiety. Work on your favorite hobby or start a new one, especially in COVID times currently. We all have maybe found new hobbies that we can relate to. Go for a jog. Maybe try dancing or participate in another type of physical activity. Another approach you can implement to reduce excess muscle tension is relaxation exercises. Relaxation exercises provide a physical release from tension. Learning to achieve the relaxation response is a skill that takes practice. It has taken me lots of practice. Let's try a quick one together. If you feel the need, if you have your videos on, you can turn them off. Usually you would find a quiet place, but that might not be accomplished based on your circumstances if you're in your office or you're at home with children. So you might need to try this at a different time. Get into a comfortable position, whether that means laying on the floor or sitting comfortably in your chair. Uncross your legs and place your arms in your lap. Breathe in and out easily and naturally. Begin to breathe in and out more deeply. Close your eyes. Relax your muscles. Focus on breathing in and out deeply. As you breathe more deeply, again, focus on your breath. Think about an activity that you enjoy doing. Think about how you feel when you participate in this relaxing activity. How peaceful is it? I encourage you to continue to try relaxation methods. Like I said before, this time may have not felt relaxing, but if you continue to try them, they will help you achieve a deep relaxation and help you achieve decreasing your levels of stress. I am now going to turn the presentation over to Cindy, and she is going to talk about taking steps to control financial stress.
Thank you, Brittany. So especially during this time of COVID, many people are experiencing financial stress, but you need to figure out where you are. You need to assess your finances. How much do you have? What are your bills? Do you know where you stand financially? If you really don't have a clue on where your money is going, or if you don't know where to start saving all of your receipts. Write down every single penny that you spend. You can do this on a form, or you can just do it on a piece of paper. Keep that information where you look at it every day. Every time you go out and you spend money, ask for a receipt, bring it home and record it on your log. If you don't get a receipt, write it down as soon as you can so that you don't forget about it. There is also a method called the envelope method. And with the envelope method, all you do is take a blank envelope, put all of your receipts in that envelope. And for those things that you don't have a receipt for, just write on the outside of the envelope what you spent your money on. You also need to think about what we call spending leaks. And that is the $1, $2, $5 that you spend often on a regular basis, and you don't even think about it. Every time you stop at the mini mart to buy a cup of coffee, is that $1.50? And how often do you do that? 3, 4, 5 times a week? That adds up over a monthly basis and over an annual basis. What about every time that you buy something out of the vending machine? It might be only $1 or $2, But how often do you do that? And how much does that add up over a year? Think about, if you don't currently have, creating a budget. For many people, a budget is a nasty word. We don't know how to do that. We don't want to do that. We know it's not fun. But it doesn't have to be a difficult job. A budget simply is writing down how much money you have coming in and how much money you have going out. There are lots of resources available from Purdue Extension that will allow you to and help you to create a budget. And if some of the publications don't help you, you have additional questions, you can always contact one of the extension educators, and they would always be glad to assist you. One of the things that you really need to think about before you create your budget are your wants and your needs. And this is something you can do on your own, or it's something that you can do with your family. But simply write down on a piece of paper, what are your needs? What are those things that you have to have every week, every month? And then in a separate list, write down your wants. Those maybe are things that you really would like to have, but you don't have to have them. Maybe you don't have to have them right now. There are 2 different worksheets that are available from a program that we called Where Does Your Money Go? This is a program that we do in person, and it's also a program that's going to be available shortly online. But these are just examples of a couple of worksheets that will help you to figure out where your money is going. The first one is called Track Your Expenses. So there again, this is just an idea, just one way of tracking your expenses, putting them into categories. So you can keep track of this on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Some people prefer to keep track on this particular worksheet based upon your pay period. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, as an example, then maybe use this worksheet for every 2 weeks. Write down every expense that you have. Write down which category it is in. The second worksheet is a spending savings plan, and it simply helps you figure out what kind of money you have, where that money is coming in, and then how you can spend that money. So hopefully the bottom line, at the bottom of the sheet, you do have some money left over. One of the things that we forget to think about are some of the occasional expenses that we have. And occasional expenses include things such as property taxes that we just pay once a year, or birthday expenses that are just kind of scattered throughout the year, holiday expenses that occur in November and December, buying your license plate, which is only one time during the year. We need to keep track of what those occasional expenses are so that we can also plan for those. Once you know where your income is and what your expenses are, then think about writing some goals. And this doesn't have to be a difficult job, but think about short-term and long-term. In 2 months, what would you like to be able to do? Do you want to be able to pay off a bill? Do you want to be able to buy a new piece of equipment? Do you need to buy school clothes for your kids, even though, we just got out of school, but that's something that we usually look forward to in August. Long-term goals might be something like buying a house, buying a car, buying a new lawnmower. So what are those goals? Write them down and then put them on your refrigerator. We know that the more often we look at our goals, then the more likely we are to achieve them. Where Does Your Money Go, which is where these two sheets have come from, is an excellent program that will help you to get back on track with your expenses. It will help you figure out where your income is. It will help you to develop a budget. This program is free. It is available, as I mentioned, in person as well as online shortly. So if you're interested, contact any extension educator in the state of Indiana. You can also visit the Purdue University Education Store, and there are lots of free publications under the category Family Financial Management. Lots of free publications that also may help you to get your expenses and your budget and your money all back on track. So thank you for participating today. We hope that you have learned something that will help you to better manage your finances and your stress. Have a great day.